Hey there, mama. If you're listening to this, maybe you're curled up on the couch, your baby finally napping, or maybe you're stealing a quiet moment in the car. Wherever you are, I want you to know I see you. I've been you, and I'm here to talk about something we don't always say out loud. Postpartum depression. It's real, it's heavy, and it's okay to admit you're struggling. Let's walk through this together. I remember the first few weeks after my daughter was born. I was 27, living in a small apartment in Chicago with my husband, trying to figure out this whole mom thing. Everyone kept saying how beautiful it was, motherhood, the bond, the love. And I felt it sometimes, in those quiet moments when she'd grab my finger or smile in her sleep. But most of the time, I felt like I was drowning. I was breastfeeding around the clock, barely sleeping, and smiling for the photos we sent to family. But inside, I was empty, like the real me had slipped away, and I didn't know how to find her. I thought, this is just what being a mom is, right? Push through. Don't complain. But that silence, it was suffocating. Postpartum depression isn't always what you expect. It's not just crying all the time or feeling sad. Sometimes it's feeling nothing at all. Like you're moving through your day in a fog, going through the motions, diapers, bottles, laundry, but not really there. For me, it showed up in quiet ways I didn't recognize at first. I'd feel guilty over the smallest things. If my daughter fussed, I'd think, I'm failing her. If my husband asked how I was, I'd snap, then hate myself for it. I stopped caring about the things I used to love. No interest in my favorite podcasts, no energy to text my friends, no joy in the little rituals like making my morning coffee just right. I was just existing. Then there were the nights. Even when my daughter slept, I'd lie awake, my mind racing with worries or sometimes just blank, staring at the ceiling. And the worst part? The thoughts that crept in. What if I'm not cut out for this? What if someone else could do this better? They were fleeting, but they scared me. I didn't tell anyone. I was afraid of being judged, of seeming weak, of worrying my family. But keeping it inside only made it heavier. If any of this sounds familiar, Mama, I want you to hear this. You're not alone, and you're not broken. Postpartum depression is real, and it's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign you're carrying so much. It can show up in ways that are hard to spot, especially when you're in the thick of it. Maybe you feel guilty all the time, even when you've done nothing wrong. Maybe you snap at your partner or your toddler, then cry because you feel like the worst mom ever. Maybe you've lost that spark, that desire to do anything beyond the bare minimum. Or maybe you've had darker thoughts, even for a moment, thoughts that make you wonder if you're okay. Those are signs, and they're serious. They're your heart whispering that it's time to reach out. For me, the turning point came when I couldn't keep pretending anymore. I was 6 months postpartum, sitting on the floor with a pile of unfolded laundry, and I just broke. I called a therapist that day. I was so nervous, worried she'd think I was overreacting. But when I sat down and started talking, it was like letting out a breath I'd been holding for months. She listened, and she said something I'll never forget. You're not crazy. You're just exhausted. And you don't have to do this alone. That moment cracked something open in me. I started to heal, not all at once, but little by little. Healing didn't mean everything was perfect. It meant learning to be kind to myself when I struggled. It meant telling my husband, I'm not okay, and letting him hold me while I cried. It meant joining an online support group for new moms, where I could say the messy, honest truth and hear other women say, me too. It meant taking small steps, like going for a walk, writing down one thing each day that felt good, even if it was just, I showered today. And it meant forgiving myself when I wasn't the mom I wanted to be. Mama, if you're feeling this weight, don't wait. Postpartum depression can be mild for some, fading with time. But left unspoken, it can linger, stealing moments with your baby, your partner, yourself. You deserve to feel like you again, not just the mom who keeps it all together, but the woman who laughs, dreams, and feels alive. So here's what you can do, starting today. Tell someone you trust how you're feeling. It could be your partner, your best friend, your sister. Just say, I'm struggling. No filter, no pretending. Those words are so powerful. Find a community, even if it's online. There are groups on Facebook, apps like Peanut, or local meetups where moms share the real stuff. Let someone watch your baby for an hour, even if it's just so you can sit at a coffee shop and breathe. Write down one tiny win each day. Maybe your baby giggled. Maybe you ate a real meal. And if those dark thoughts or that numbness won't let go, please reach out to a professional. Therapists and counselors are there for the exhausted, the overwhelmed, the ones who need to feel human again. You can find one through your doctor, your insurance, or sites like Postpartum Support International. I know it's hard to believe right now, but you're stronger than you feel. I was you, scared and silent, thinking I'd never find my way back. But I did, and you can too. You're not just a mom. You're a woman who deserves to feel whole. So take that first step, even if it's small. Reach out. Speak up. Let someone in. If this resonates with you, I'd love for you to share a piece of your story in the comments below. Maybe just a word or two, something to let another mom know she's not alone. Subscribe if you want more audios like this. Gentle, honest words to help you breathe, heal, and find your way back to yourself. Because motherhood is beautiful, but it's also hard. And healing? It's possible. You don't have to do it alone. I'm here, cheering for you, every step of the way.